Hey everybody, it's Professor 357 here, and if you're from Latin America, hola a todos, ¿cómo están? I just spent about a week and a half in Mexico, or a small town where my family's from, and it was a very humbling experience, and it really did fill my heart with joy. So I just wanted to say hi to y'all, shout out, can't forget you all. My apologies for the much overdue upload. If you're a teacher or the parent of a child in public school education, you know that this year has been very difficult for us, for everybody, students, parents, teachers involved. And so we just want to give a huge shout out to the teachers out there. If you're a teacher watching this, or if you know a teacher, help them out, give them something to get them through the day. A small gesture goes a long way. We are public servants, and we try our very best every single day to make sure that your students, your kids are supported, protected, and are taken care of. But anywho, let's go ahead and get to it. So today we'll be talking about the Glock 19X. Specifically, we'll focus on three aspects of it. We'll be talking about its history, its shootability, and whether or not it makes for a comfortable and viable concealed carry option. All right, so let's start with its history. What even is this gun? Well, if you're like me and you're several years late into its release, then this will be news to you. If you already know, then this will be a quick recap. The Glock 19X is the product of Glock's attempt to win the Modular Handgun System contract, the MHS. Now, I say attempt because Glock ultimately ended up losing the contract to 6 Hours P320, but the Modular Handgun System, or the MHS, is a competition between the U.S. Army and the Air Force, and this was put out around 2015 to 2016. And they wanted to find the next military sidearm that would replace the Beretta M9 at the time. Now, the Beretta M9, while an excellent gun, was starting to get worn down and used since their service in 1985. So it was just time to change it out. Now let's talk about the design. The biggest difference with the 19X over just about any other Glock is its design. If you know me, I'm a sucker for thoughtful Easter eggs. I like them in my Jeep, my knives, my guns. It's just really cool to see classic or thoughtful design elements in a product. Well, the Glock 19X does come with a lanyard loop. Now, I know there was a big gripe from people because as a civilian, who uses a lanyard loop, right? What am I going to attach this to my keychain? No. It really just gets in the way of being able to swap between your previous generation Glock magazines, since the mag was designed differently to accommodate the lanyard loop. Now, of course, in true Glock fashion, the lanyard loop is removable. All you have to do is put a punch right through here, and that'll knock this little space out, and then you'll be able to wiggle this right out and take it off. So it really isn't too big of a deal that people are making it out to be. Personally, I like the touch. It's a reminder of this gun's origins, and it's just different. People love Glocks because they know what they're going to get. It's reliable, it's modular, it's affordable. We get it, I get it. But you don't want all of that and something a little bit different. So I think you get some cool points for that feature. Speaking of differences, the Glock 19X also comes with this NPVD slide coating, which is supposed to prevent corrosions. Now, I can say that with full confidence that the coating really is durable. In fact, all of this isn't slide wear. If you see this here, that's actually not slide wear at all. It's actually the slide wearing into the kydex. So if I take a cloth, even this this is a cloth that came with my mat, and I just start wiping it down, you'll see that it literally just comes right off. So all these dark marks right here, see, even with my nail, just comes right off. So this is actually the wear from my kydex that it's wearing off, and not necessarily the slide. The slide is extremely durable and extremely functional. So job really well done there, Glock. So why is this all important? Well, because the military had a couple of requirements that translated to a beast of a Glock 19X. The U.S. Army requested that their new firearm needed to be more effective, more accurate, and more reliable. It needed to have a variety of magazine options. It needed to fit various hand sizes. And it needed to enable the pistol to have a multitude of mounted options for lights, i.e. here. It needed to be fitted with lasers, sound suppressors, and lastly, it needed to have ambidextrous controls. So what does this mean for the Glock 19X? Well, it's the gun no one knew they needed, but after shooting it, you immediately wanted. It's essentially Glock's first crossover pistol. It uses a Glock 17 frame, so you get this larger, meatier grip, which sits at about 5.47 inches. But a Glock 19 slide, which measures just over 6.85 inches. What this means is that if you plan to carry this gun on your hip, outer waistband, then reaching for it, getting a good purchase and drawing it out of your holster comes easily and naturally. As a result, it fits most hands comfortably. The Glock 19X just fits right in your hands. Now, I know some people might say, well, isn't that the opposite of what you want in an everyday carry gun? You know, a longer slide to acquire the sights, a little easier, a smaller frame to conceal a little bit better. And I get that, I do. But once you shoot this gun, you really don't care, to be quite honest. I carry my Glock 26 Generation 4 daily. And the longer sight radius on this Glock 19X, along with a longer frame, really does inspire more confidence. In fact, when I'm at the range, I don't want to put this gun down. Now, does it translate over to real world effectiveness? Well, quite honestly, I shoot better with the Glock 26 than the 19X. But that's because I've trained with it for the last 2 years. So that's what I'm accustomed to. Now, the 19X, like all Gen 5 pistols at this point, does come with the Glock Marksman barrel, which they claim improves accuracy. Now, I can't really tell the difference, but I'm sure scientifically there's a slight advantage over the previous barrel, but from a layman's perspective, it really does feel marginal. Now, if you take a look at the frame, you'll find that the finger grooves have been removed, and I personally think that it was a good decision. Even though in an ideal world, finger grooves are supposed to increase comfort, few people's hands actually align with the grooves perfectly. So I find that the removed finger grooves and ambidextrous slide stops make it easier for more people to get a comfortable hold and fire the 19X. Speaking of firing the 19X, this Glock comes with a standard 17 round magazine and two 17+2 rounds that are of course color matched to the gun. Now this extra capacity is always welcome, especially for a home defense gun. And 17 rounds standard in a concealed carry gun is also plenty, given that most self-defense shootings happen within 2 to 3 shots being fired. Okay, so speaking of concealed carry, let's move on to the last category for today, which is its concealed carry ability. Would I recommend this gun for concealed carry? Yes. And here's how. So full disclosure, I haven't tried to appendix carry this weapon. I appendix carry a Glock 26, and honestly, that really is hard to beat in terms of comfort and concealability. So when I tell you that the Glock 26 is the OG of concealed carry Glocks, I really do mean it. But this is about the 19X. Now I imagine you can conceal the 19X easily if you have a torso long and wide enough to hide the frame, specifically the grip. And you'll hear people say, well, you know, I carry the appendix and it's the best concealed carry gun I've ever had, which is dope. The way I would carry this gun is on my outer waistband. This has been easily my fall and winter carry. With a supportive belt like this next belt, something similar to a core or Hanks belt that is sturdy and has a ratchet system of some sort and a solid holster, this one specifically is from Bravo Concealment. You can easily conceal carry this gun with a jacket, a light jacket. When I sit down, it doesn't print.
Okay, so I will say if you are planning on carrying the 19X on the waistband carry and you drive a lot, it may not be ideal for you. At least it's not for me, because as I'm driving now, this is my driving position, right? And then if I were to need to pull quickly, this is my Glock 26. I can pull this up because it sits in the appendix inner waistband. I can pull very quickly. Now, if you see here, my Glock 19X sits here. So if I were to pull it in a hurry, I have to pull this out, clear it, and then be able to still pull the weapon here, and all the while, you know, draw and shoot. And so if you're thinking about carrying on the waistband with the Glock 19X and you're driving a lot, just know it will be uncomfortable. At least it is for me.
Now, is this going to be the most comfortable concealed carry? No, I don't think so, personally. When I was sitting down, especially for long times, you can feel a little bit of this slide, and even the handle grip kind of edge into the side of your waist. So is it the most comfortable concealed carry for sitting down? No. Can I walk with this all day? Easily. But it doesn't print, and when I move around, it doesn't really expose the gun anywhere. And because the standard magazine holds 17 rounds, I really don't have to worry about carrying an extra magazine. I don't know about you, but 17 rounds is plentiful. It's 6 more than my Glock 26, so I feel safe carrying the 19X as is. So who is this gun for? Well, if you're looking for an overly built, clever nod to a military firearm, and aren't particularly drawn to the 26 or the 19 or the 17, the 19X makes a fine choice. This gun really epitomizes the old adage of jack of all trades, master of none. It will make for a great gun for target practice, home defense, concealed carry, or even competition shooting. It may not be exceptional in all those applications, but it will happily and reliably get it the job done. Now, if you're like me and you grow a deep appreciation for the novelty of it, get it. If you like today's video, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and follow the page on Instagram at professor.357. If you have a question, leave a comment, and always remember, knowledge is power, precision is practice. Keep your friends close and your grouping closer. Have a good day.
I told you that I wanted to leave putting a baby's fist in that target with the Glock 19X.
Except for that last one, everything else.
Which one? Which one was
The
it?
last one.
Where'd it go? I'll take it.